You could be certain that Charlamagne Tha God, a well-known American radio personality famous for speaking honestly, is ready to uncover the truth about Diddy, as he has never been afraid of him.
Documentary that claimed, which we know wasn't true.
Yeah, check this out. We don't talk about things that are nonsense. So we're not even going to go there, with all due respect, but I appreciate you as a journalist asking. Thank you.
No, did you hire somebody to kill about? But no, you do it like a journalist.
Yeah, no, I mean, we wouldn't even get into nonsense like that.
Some people believe Charlemagne wouldn't criticize Diddy, but they were mistaken. Next voice. Additionally, Charlemagne is one of the few individuals with the courage to openly discuss Diddy's sexual orientation.
Not a great husband, but
right now everything's going on. Nobody wants to talk about him. I don't want to be the sacrificial lamb.
Why does nobody want to talk about it?
I don't know.
Are people afraid of Diddy's influence? Is that what this is?
I think I'm watching, bro. It is. I'm like, Charlemagne, tell the truth, bro. Go ahead. Oh, hell nah. Like, I'm on my own.
You think Charlemagne won't talk about Diddy?
Nobody will talk about it. Listen, I called Joe. Joe said, Ack, you ain't on with this one, man. I'll catch you on the next scandal. I'm like, what the fuck? He's
really?
Yeah.
So, and explain the influence of Diddy, because I'm seeing people dropping him left and right.
Play this. I don't know what they might
Did Diddy Aaliyah?
I don't know.
Why you put Aaliyah on? Why is she involved?
I thought it was like a faulty plane, but you never know. He blew up a car. You never know. I don't know.
Why Aaliyah?
You tell me,
He's also one of the few willing to talk about how Wendy Williams was allegedly expelled from the company because of Diddy.
It's a couple of totally different stories. One is what's happening with P. Diddy. His former security guard, Roger Bonds, came on my show last week. Said he'd seen Diddy violent with multiple women. A lot more allegations coming out all the time about it. What do you make of what is happening with Diddy?
The same thing I make of, what's happening with anybody. If you got to deal with the consequences of your actions. Period. You can't run from yourself. I tell people that all the time, man. Like, I'm a big proponent of mental health, and the reason I'm a big proponent of mental health and people doing the work on themselves is because a lot of people are dealing with a lot of unhealed trauma. They're dealing with a lot of pain and a lot of hurt, and they end up projecting that pain and that hurt onto other people. And that's what I think has been happening with him over the years. I don't know him personally. I know him from interviewing him. Of course I've had conversations with him, but I've never hung out with him. I've never.
Charlemagne even spoke out about how fake Diddy's apologies sounded after security footage revealed him assaulting Cassie, supporting her claims in her lawsuit.
I mean, you can't even hide. Like you just the same way, Trump was trying to hide things. P. Diddy was trying to hide things too by suppressing that tape. So I mean, you can't run from yourself, Piz. You got to deal with the consequences of your actions. So whatever happens to him, as far as legal ramifications are concerned, or jail time, he has to deal with that. But what I would tell people is don't forget what the issue is, because a lot of times we do that here in America. We get so caught up in the celebrity that we forget what the actual issue is. And the issue in this situation is domestic violence. The issue in this situation is the patriarchy, because as long as you have men, especially powerful men, thinking that women are their property, and they can do whatever to them, you're going to see situations like the Diddy Cassie tape. And like I said, men not dealing with their unhealed trauma, men not dealing with their pain, men not dealing with their hurt, and projecting it onto people around them. Those are the three issues that I think we really should be focused on, because long after we not talking about this P. Diddy and Cassie situation anymore, there's still going to be women all around the world, dealing with men like that. So how do we get to the root of the issue? I think we only get to the root of the issue by talking about the actual issue.
When it comes to Diddy's alleged domestic abuse, others believe Charlemagne was always on Diddy's side, but that wasn't the case.
I think I was going to ever see a video like this.
I heard abuse whispers. So
Really?
I was thinking,
I heard gay. I'd never heard porn.
I always heard gay.
Gay nonstop. And that was enough. People were like,
That's because of Wendy Williams.
What'd you say?
Oh, that was Wendy. Wendy's whole thing was Diddy was gay since the 90s.
She knew, dog.
No, Wendy was
We
throwing
owe
that
Wendy
out
an apology.
there. That's why Wendy got fired from Hot 97. Wendy got fired from Hot 97 by Diddy, because that's when Bad Boy was smoking hot.
Wow.
And she got fired for putting that out there. Like,
do you think that Diddy held on to the gay rumors so that people didn't know what he really was?
Yeah.
Ooh. Because that's
I agree with Charlemagne on this one. He wasn't afraid to mock Diddy's son, telling him to quit recording music and accusing him of trying to cover for his father.
Thoughts on everything going on with Diddy right now?
I think when it comes to that situation, man, I think we shouldn't focus on the individual. We should focus on the issue. Because I think what happens a lot of times is, you know, because of the celebrity, we get lost in talking about the celebrity and not talking about the actual issue. The issue is domestic violence.
Yep.
The issue is exactly what I just said about, you know, men not going to do the proper work on themselves, and they're dealing with a lot of pain and a lot of hurt and unhealed trauma, and they're projecting that pain and that hurt on the other people. The issue is patriarchy, right? Because as long as you have a system where men feel superior to women and they're dealing with that pain and they're dealing with that hurt, they're going to project that. You know, we're going to continue to project that onto our women. So I think those are the issues that we should be discussing as opposed to talking about the individual. And we tend to do that a lot as a society. We get lost in the celebrity of things as opposed to, okay, what are we here for?
Because it's clickbait.
Yeah.
It's clickbait.
Like, Diddy brings the engagement, but right now as I'm talking, there's a woman out there getting beat up by a man, right? And she's not going to get no news coverage. Nobody's going to talk about her.
We should say the name of Cassie, the survivor of the domestic violence.
Yes.
Talk more about her.
Absolutely. Just talk about the issue, Priya. Let's talk about the actual issue and not the individual.
When it comes to us, it doesn't seem to be the thing we think.
Charlamagne also exposed how Diddy had resentment toward Drake and was secretly working against him for unknown reasons, raising even more questions.
His son released a new record. It's called Pick a Side, and it has people talking. Can we play a clip of it?
Police raid the crib like they think we selling crack, but we out here selling tracks, multi-million-dollar plaques. Rather put this.
Man, the worst advice Diddy ever gave King Combs was can't stop, won't stop, because he needs to stop.
What you mean?
He needs to stop. First of all, I don't believe anything King Combs says on that record. Like, I dare you to say no Diddy. That's all you're going to hear when you out and about, sir. People are going to try you. You know what I'm saying? They're going to try you because they know you're not built like that. So they're going to be saying that just to antagonize you.
Yeah, well, people put the record out as a diss record. It said he was dissing 50 Cent. He mentions 50 Cent in the record.
I didn't hear the 50 Cent diss.
He says many men hated on me. Do we have that part?
I didn't hear him dissing 50 Cent, but what I did hear him, I heard him taunting the FBI.
Right.
Do we have that part?
Well, before you do that, let me get to that. Well, he did mention 50's name and said many men hated on him. And he said, 50 Cent said, I feel so threatened by the things Christian is saying on this record. I'm afraid for my life. Please don't hurt me, guys. I never mentioned or posted anything about Puffy Kids because Keefy D said he killed Tupac. Laugh out loud. So that was 50 Cent's response.
And see, that's the other thing, right? It's been really quiet about the Diddy situation, right? Like the Drake and the Kendrick and all that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He took so why stir all of this back up by putting out a record that none of us needed? Well, nobody needed this.
Well, he also talks about the feds. And
knock them walls down like when them Fetty boys ran in both our cribs. Too bad they ain't know we bought the one next door, cause that's the one they missed.
All right, get a warrant for that one too now. I'm gonna go get now since King Combs wants to tell us that's the house that we missed, we need to get a warrant for that one as well. It's like, come on, man. You talking like y'all know y'all in the clear. Leave the feds the hell alone, man.
Well, 50 Cent responded to that too. He says, now why would you say some ish like this when you know the feds are investigating? Is you stupid or is you dumb? Laugh out loud.
And he's right. Once again, the worst advice Diddy probably ever gave his son was can't stop, won't stop. Because sometimes it's okay to stop. You need to.
Charlamagne didn't hold back, even inviting guests on his show to talk about Diddy and how they felt about the current situation.
Like Drake when he act tough. I've been saying for years, I don't like, I say I don't like when Drake sings. I like when he raps. I've been saying, when Drake did that video back in the day, I don't remember what video it was when he had the hoodie on and the headlines and it looked like they was all like a flash mob that was gonna run up in a store and steal every goddamn thing. Like they just couldn't wait to run up in H&M or something and just take everything off the like that's what I didn't like that either. You gonna make a back puff. Let me see if Chubbs really crashed something. That's a reference to when I didn't get
They said slapped him, right?
Well, Puff allegedly slapped Drake. I'll never forget that night either.
You were there?
No, I woke up and my phone was ringing. I'm gonna tell you something. I can say this without a shadow of a doubt, and this is true. The industry is behind the scenes. They've always been against Drake. Like they've always actively rooted against Drake.
Why?
I do not know. Probably just because he's from Canada and he's winning. Probably because he's from Canada and you know he's not. He's probably because he's not American. I don't know. Like
I don't think that's it.
Yo, Drake used to say this in his raps, and he used to talk about the industry plotting against him. He was not lying. I'm not even going to sit there and tell you no lie. Because whenever stuff like this used to happen to him, my phone would go crazy.
Well, who
And it wouldn't be like regular people. It'd be like execs and like managers and like that. Like, yo, Diddy just slapped Drake. I'm like, really? And I'll never forget that night. So Drake's not paranoid when he says these things.
I just feel like why and who would be behind it if the industry is benefiting off of him?
He once suggested that Diddy's reign as the king of hip-hop was coming to an end. Then he clarified his remarks saying, hey, I guess even gods can put their own feet in their mouths. He urged everyone to focus on the bigger picture and ask why all this was happening in the first place.
You could bring anything in that door.
Yeah, but I mean, what the is this?
That's what I'm talking about. They back him out.
This is the raid? This is Diddy raid?
Yes, bro. They arresting whites. They was arresting whites.
This is too much. It
is too much.
Like, unless they know something that we don't.
Thank you.
But then I also, too, I wonder how much the internet plays into this type of shit. I wonder if, you know, these people are online and watching these YouTube videos and buying into these conspiracy theories and they're getting phone calls and anonymous tips and probably a bunch of anonymous tips because of what the internet is fueling. I wonder if that's causing people to, you know, to react like this. Because this is crazy, bro.
It's crazy.
I just don't like it. I mean, I don't like it just because it's sad. Like, you know, how many people's legacies have we watched burn to the ground? You know, from the Russell Simmons, from, you know,
but it's
Diddy.
good that they burned to the ground if they did fuck shit.
Sure, but it's
you're still sad.
So it's just one emotion. Like, y'all all lying to yourself if y'all say, yeah, good for them. Provided the soundtrack to our lives. They contributed to culture in real ways before we knew any of shit, from the Harvey Weinsteins to whoever. We all were inspired by them if you were in entertainment because you wanted to build what they built. Who do you love, Taylor? Who do you like? Who inspires you?
Megan Thee Stallion.
Who?
Issa Rae.
So if God forbid some bullshit like this, you found out Issa Rae was in the shit like this, that wouldn't hurt your feelings?
I'm not saying it wouldn't hurt.
Okay then, so I don't know why. So that's why I don't understand when people are so quick to be like, no, fuck that. You have feeling, you have mixed emotions. I'm taking the victims into consideration. I'm taking what's going on with them in the Diddy and all them.
About the whole
it's
situation.
Mixed emotions.
It's like OJ.
No, I never felt like that about OJ.
Wait, what?
I mean, I didn't grow up on OJ though, so I mean, I didn't feel like that.
Oh yeah, me neither.
Yeah, I didn't grow up. I didn't feel like that.
It's not OJ. It's like Harvey Weinstein. Like you saw Shakespeare in Love, and you're like, this guy, wow, he made this movie.
To me, it's like Bill Cosby.
That's another one. That's another one.
Bill Cosby.
Yes.
Bill Cosby hurt my feelings a lot.
But that's what I'm saying. You're not gonna sit here and tell me that you look at the Russell Simmons. And by the way, I'm not even gonna put Harvey Weinstein in there because I didn't feel like that about Harvey Weinstein. I'm lying. But the Russell Simmons, the Bill Cosbys, the Diddys, you're lying if you don't. It's the same thing when I see Kanye, even though Kanye's situation doesn't have.
Whenever Diddy has appeared on The Breakfast Club, Charlamagne has never shied away from putting him on the spot with awkward questions, even bringing up 50 Cent's claims that Diddy is gay.
I want to do whatever you want to do.
That's what you said to Puff? And he just
Oh
you ever said that?
my God.
Ray, how'd that?
Ray, you can get the cameras going right now and wrestle Charlamagne. That'd be a good one.
Ray, I'm just asking. Has those words ever been
Don't let him play with you, Ray. That's the second time we try to play with you, Ray.
My God.
That's the second time, Ray. Cause you got the goons. You know you got those goons. You got a Booty Goon show?
No, Angela Yee made up Booty Goons. I said it more uncut, but I do got the.
As Diddy rambled on, it became clear that Charlamagne wasn't paying any attention to what he had to say.